say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on last year's national champion, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. It's David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Chubb. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. There he goes! The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Whitaker. It's complete to the left. Oh, the quick spin move. It's a seam lock. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Dances away. Takes the easy completion. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Making side adjustments here. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up the 1st and goal.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown Ducks! And they strike first.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Here's a quick throw out to the left.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The handoff to Johnson. Turning it on. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration, nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Whitaker. Out of the backfield, he's open. Strong, firm tackle. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Firing to the right, complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Now they'll run it to the right here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Steps away to find some room. Under heat, he gets rid of it. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll give it to Johnson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Motion from the wideout. Going to swing it on 2nd down. They're working that left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Touchdown! teams.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense looks like they're coming. The give out of the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The Noles want to pick up the tempo.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Snagged in the middle. It's Figueroa. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own.
this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Looking to fire. Got his man. And he's dragged down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A strike downfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Dumps it off in the flats. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Figueroa. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Touchdown Seminoles! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Chubb. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man on the right. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Snap to the back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Whitaker. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll return it. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said so.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. Once he got some room, it was over. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Chop. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Whitaker. Zings it complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Booth. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Rousseau. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick completion on the out route. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rousseau. Oh, he smashes his way through again. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
You see the offense tried to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers this space out into the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Whitaker. Under fire. He got it. Can't quite cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. He might want another play. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Ready. Wide receiver going in motion. Sacked at the 7.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
The power of Austin Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10, 1st and goal from the 8. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Touchdown Ducks! They've got the lead here in the 4th. He'll try to tack on one more. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Motion from the wideout. linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to throw on third. Right on the money. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Handoff from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk. Keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Back to throw, it's Whitaker. It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
A third down try for the offense. Might be changing the route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking left. Finds a man by himself. And the seam on the back. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection. The
run from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Figueroa. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab on the shuffle. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Wants to keep it in the air. Working that left side now. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking downfield on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Figueroa. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive at that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted.
Such a hard position to be successful in when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes. The defense doing a great job playing pass, understanding the situation, ranking on the football, and ending this football game.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. And the quarterback takes a knee. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That will